But going to a few shows and seeing some of the guys on steroids, I just knew that I couldn't compete until I took those drugs, and that was strictly not an option. So I lost my dream, and it was only a good 8, 9, 10 years later that Neutron Sports pioneered the drug-free movement in Canada, and I found that I had an option. So shortly after I had my kids and they got a little bit older, I figured I'm going to do this. I'm going to compete in the natural bodybuilding world where it is clean, and that's when I resumed training competitively to step on stage.
Training, there were some guys that were into competing, and one of them challenged me to step on stage because they offered me some they call it medication. I don't know what that was at that time. I was pretty ignorant about it. I never even heard of the word steroids back then. So that's what they were talking about, and they did the show, and they challenged me if I don't take steroids, I'll never win. And so I went to see the show they were at that year, and quite frankly, I wasn't too impressed with what I saw. And I told them, watch out for me, I'll be on stage next year, take you on. And I started competing with them. I know they had the advantage because they were on drugs. I stepped on the stage natural. I was, unbeknown to me, I was the only guy natural on that stage, and that was my first show ever, and I won. Not only won my category, but I won overall, and that's how I started competing, and the rest is history. And because of winning that show, and those who knew me knew I was natural, I've won a lot of soul, and I had a lot of guys that left the steroids world and started training naturally and ended up competing naturally as well. So that's how I started, by winning people over because I was true to myself.
To my values as an individual. I got into bodybuilding for fun and for fitness, and to be a good role model to my own children and family. So it was contradictory if I were to take steroids and compete in bodybuilding to my lifestyle, my beliefs. So the natural route was a natural decision. It made sense for me. As well, I wanted to be in this for the long run. In the 60s, my 70s, I wanted to be competing and training for my life. And to me, that was a dead-end route. Short-term gain wasn't worth the long-term benefit. So